I gotta wait to do my ultrasound, and that is the main thing that all the doctors been waiting on me to get, because they have to see what is going on inside those ovaries. But the last 4 days has been real crazy pain, and when I have a lot of pain I tend to feel really weak as well. So my apartment was abandoned a bit and yeah, it's something. So I hope I get some, let's see what kind of news I will get today, but I am just here waiting. Yeah, so I just saw the doctor and I was able to do the ultrasound, and then the doctor had to interpret the ultrasound results, and now I am at the pharmacy to collect medicine. But yeah, I'm going to tell you what the doctor said later. I'm gonna probably go outside because it's a bit busy here. And guys, I have token number 2508, and I am seeing a lot of 10 on the thing, so hopefully I won't have to spend much longer time here. So I just have to wait, and at least I'm not feeling as weak as I was last couple of days. I took some thing this morning, and yeah, so thank God I'm getting my strength back a bit. And yes, it's always important that I make sure I have my medicine, which I did get some the other day, which would run out, and then I would have some more, because the problem, as they said, is if you like skip it, and that's when you get some more drama. So yeah, so this is me, pharmacy round, waiting, COVID, yeah, COVID, social distancing. Me about foreign hospitals is the fact that it is so so clean, neat and organized. It looks like most time it seems as if you're like at a hotel or something, in comparison to, you know, some other places. So anyway, I just asked the security permission. I just came to this section where there is no one, because you're not allowed to take people's photos and stuff without their permission. I'm trying to avoid this gentleman here. And look at this. Sorry, you're not inside. I just want to take the photo. How are you today? You look too relaxed to be in a hospital. Look like you're enjoying life. Oh my gosh, congratulations. If you don't have a name, you name baby after me.
Okay, sure. What's your name?
Rene. From Jamaica.
Oh, you are?
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm actually gonna see if I can find the metro station and try to go to the supermarket. That was my original plan, but before I started feeling ill, so hopefully I'll try to push myself, because the last thing you want to be is tired in the supermarket trying to figure stuff out. It's nice and hot outside, so I think what will happen is that when I go home I will give you the updates and yeah, let you know what's happening. Hey guys, I'm Renee, but you can call me Blade, and this is the Oh My God show. Why my hair look like water, isn't it? I don't know. Anyway, I just I didn't get to give the intro in the front of the video because I was like so weak. I was like, yeah, my energy has been really drained. Yes, I promised you that when I get home I'm gonna give updates. So before I even get distracted, oh shoot, sorry, I have so much things to do right now, so I'm just gonna try to make this one quick. And before I continue to give you update on what the doctor said, I want to tell you, so when I was telling them that I wasn't feeling well, and the person was saying to me like, oh my gosh, like as soon as you think something is going right, and then all of a sudden something else, because as I said, in 20 years the Visanne is the first thing which I've been taking for a year. Sorry, that seemed to have helped, but I had such excruciating pain in my lower abdominal area on the right side that I've seen, this is going to be the third doctor in 1 week. And this one is the gynecologist that actually used to, manage this endometriosis at the moment. And when she said that to me, I was thinking to myself that, you see, the devil is a roaring lion, going around daily, seeking whom he may devour. And you have to understand as a human being is that you're not his friend, you're his enemy, because God loves you. And for me, he's gonna constantly try to bombard me with infirmities or problems or trials and stuff like that. Maybe in the small hope that I will give up my faith, or I will stop trusting God, or I will stop praising God. And then the next word came to me in my spirit was that, and in the same way that the devil is not tired of perplexing me and messing up with my ovaries, my internal organs, everything, and I struggle daily. Sometimes I really struggle to keep up, and by God's grace I've been able to manage. And most times too, if I don't tell people, they probably wouldn't even know in the first place how much I have struggled, and the small struggles I deal with even now. And even as bad as those pain were these last 4 days, like I've seen worse. Like I wouldn't have time to have camera to talk to you, like this kind of pain. Like see if I can feel myself blacking out kind of pain. And even then it wasn't, which is why sometimes I was like, yeah, I'm so used to the pain that it's hard for me to really know, should I go to the emergency room, should I go to the doctor, or should I just man it out, And yeah, this is an encouragement to any of you who might be going through something and you feel like, what's the use, or what is wrong with me? Or the other day when I was in so much pain, I started like, God, please forgive me of my sins. Like you get to the point where you feel like, what have I done? Like, but I know better. It's not about anything that we've done, but things just happen to us, and we can choose how we process the information. We can be pitiful, we can be bitter, we can do anything, And I'm looking at my hair now and I'm thinking how life is funny. In Jamaica, they would say 10 story in a one. So this morning I was in so much thing there because I was down for 4 days. Maybe day 2, I got up and I twisted my hair with my coconut curling cream. And I intended to do this today again, which is similar to the big twist I did in the last video, and get my thing there to go to the doctor. And you guys know me that I don't care about hair. Like my hair is like, I am trying to care about it now, you guys. I'm trying to do better. But life is so funny that today, even though I'm someone who can just go outside anyhow or whatever it is, I don't know how I'm like this. I don't know why I'm not like a normal girl. But but funny how, because I was too ill and I wasn't able to do it, I felt like I wanted to do it. Like it's okay if I want to walk around looking like a madman, but with my hair. But like in that moment when you feel like you can't, just like how some people maybe they don't want to have kids, but like somebody telling you that your ovaries are messed up and your fallopian tube, like you feel like you want to be the one to say, I don't want to have kids. You don't want to hear that you can't, that kind of thing. Anyway, that's like an aside. Yeah, so the devil will and I hope that when I do these videos it doesn't make you sad, because yeah, I would just do them once in a while, because it's something that I've been living with and I live with, and the challenges are not easy, and but I have always somehow gotten the strength to figure things out and to master it and everything. And don't allow whatever is happening to you in your life, because it might be it might feel like it's a bad thing, or it is sad, or it is depressing, or whatever is happening, that you should feel like like why me, why me, or why am I going through this and all of this, And I know that I have prayed, and I pray to God, and I'm not gonna stop praying because I feel like, wait, where's my healing, where's my deliverance? I will pray more, because when you fail an exam, you don't study less, you study more, right? You do better, because if you don't do better, you don't pass. So whatever exams I need to pass in this season in my life, I pray to God that He will give me the strength to do those exams, to pass those exams, to pass through these seasons, and to not sit down and think like, hey, And I keep reminding myself, there are people who were afflicted or had trouble. It wasn't because of them. It was just life. Like, you don't even know why. And there are other people who have never been ill. That's just it. And you want to know, wait, who brought me this card? Who bring this card to my life? And yeah, so I don't want you to watch me and be sad or feel that wow, why this is happening to her. No, rejoice that I still have life. Rejoice that I still have hope. Rejoice that I still trust God and that I have not been distracted by the darts of the enemy. And I still and do believe that God will certainly deliver me. And whatever methods He sends and uses to help me in this time in my life, I'm going to accept it. I'm going to know. So on the days when I crawl, like last night, my stomach was not behaving. Like, it was like, I really felt real. It's like this area is just inflamed and everything. And like this pain of this intense pain. And then it just spread like this area down towards my pelvic cavity. And I couldn't, I was just like, God, like, whew, yeah. So anyway, so I went to the doctor today, and so we did the ultrasound, with the ultrasound we've been waiting for all this time. So we did the ultrasound, and on both ovaries. The left one was the one that they operated on last time, the aspiration, and that one is okay. I don't know if there's some small thing inside or what, but then we were talking about the right one. So the good news is he said that the right ovary is still fine, which was what I was saying. Like, I don't understand, because all of my medical reports were always saying that the right one is fine, but the left one is really like trapped and stuff like that. And yeah, so the right one is fine, but the other part of the story is that so he's saying that because I have this thing called, they have a proper scientific term for it, but I think they just use a layman term so we can understand. So if you picture in your mind a frozen pelvis, so my internal organs are being stuck together and by this sticky substance being produced by the endometriosis. So often, obviously, imagine if you move or whatever, like there's movement and pain. And so what is acting up, he said, more than likely is the problem is that those it is the endometriosis acting up on the organs that are stuck and everything, and they're the ones that are causing so much pain at this point. He did mention again, which he said to me before, and after 1 year, this is the first time I'm going through this since I first consulted him and I went on the Visanne. So he said that the adhesions in my system are probably the ones that is acting up. So the only solution would be, the big solution would be to do the surgery, but he had explained the surgery before. I'm gonna try not to make the video too long, so I'm gonna just tell you a little bit. But so that surgery is a very extensive surgery, and it's very risky, because I was even reading one of my past medical report from 2016 when I did a laparoscopy, is that they fear that if they try to get my organs apart, they would rupture my bowel as one thing. So anyway, I'm not going to bore you with the details. So that is very risky. So if they do it if they have to do a surgery like that, they would have to try to clean out everything that they can. Since they're already in there, since they're already taking the risk, they would do that, which I don't think he wants to do. And I remember mentioning once to my Jamaican surgeon, the first gentleman, one of the team of doctors who did my procedure. I went back on vacation and I went to see him. And he was saying, imagine, like, from that time when he did the surgery, which was way before 2016 as well, maybe 3 years before that, and at the state that he saw it, then he still remembers how bad it is inside, and he would be like, because we used to work together at the same hospital, so I guess he can be frank with me as well. So he's like, I wouldn't want to do that surgery. And again, he knows me, it's probably gonna be too much. And I guess nobody wants to feel bad if they were to like mess me up in a surgery. So I'm happy as well, though, that they're being honest and not just jumping to cut me. And then when I wake up with the drama, that's when they're telling me what they think. So I feel like they have been honest to say that, look. So he suggested that I continue on the Visanne, and I have to keep getting regular checkups to see what's happening. And he suggested that if anything, I have to take, within 2 years of taking the Visanne, which I have a year left, I would need to do a bone test to see if my bones are getting thin. So I asked him why, and anyway, I'm just gonna leave it there. So anyway, he said whatever, but rewind, fast forward, right? After a few months of using the Visanne, right? I have a background in nutrition, and I know about my micronutrient deficiencies and micronutrients like calcium, iron, those small ones. You know, the chicken and the meat and those ones are the macronutrients, the micronutrient deficiencies. So, but I think at the end of the day, I can only credit the Holy Spirit to letting me know that, right? So, it's gonna make sense in a second. So I add this teeth. Now this light is not showing anything. Thank God now it's been better. But these teeth started to become very transparent. When I researched online, they were even saying that once that happens, it's like they became see-through, and there were like 2 holes on the other one. You wouldn't believe it now from the way my teeth have been restored. And I'm telling you, I don't really get worked up about a lot of things, right? I don't get worked up about a lot of things, but you know, and especially with my job and stuff, and I'm like, my teeth, like my front teeth, like nobody want their front teeth to chop out, you know, or mess up and stuff. And when I was researching, even they were saying that it cannot, online, the random Google stuff, Dr. Google was saying like it can't be whatever. Anyway, it was my intention to go to the proper dentist to get checked up to find out why my teeth was behaving like that. Then the coronavirus thing came and the lockdown came, so I wasn't able to make an appointment to the dentist. I called them at once as well, and they were just, and then that time I had a cold, so the dentist was like, the receptionist was like, no, it's better for you to come a different time. Now I suggested it, and she's like, yeah, like, well, we don't want you to come here with your cold, like, obviously. But she was nice. But yeah, when I was talking to her, I realized that why would she want to see me when I'm sick? So anyway, that's how I didn't go to the dentist, because I do believe, as you guys know, I believe in praying and all this, but I will go and get checked if I have to. So now I'm like, wow, we're locked down. I need to figure this thing out, because my teeth are falling apart, it seems. And I'm like, God, like I felt, you see, that's how I know how God, you see, God answers the prayers. That's not like, I wasn't like shouting hallelujah in the name of Jesus who stole my Honda kind of, you know, prayer. I was in my heart, I was like, I felt in a way that it was too much for me. Like I didn't want to go and lose my teeth on top of the drama that I have to live with again. And I'm not saying for sure that it's because I'm not taking the Visanne. I also know that I noticed that when I don't drink milk, so I've kind of dropped off a lot on cheese and milk, but for milk in general, cow's milk, I tend not to drink. But eggs, sometimes, and once in a blue moon I will have cheese. But for the milk, I've kind of like cut it off completely, because whenever I drink the milk, I get congested and stuff. And sometimes too, when even if I go back to having something, I start feeling like my nose really feel like instantly clogged. It doesn't even take long. And yeah, so I also know that it was something, and which I didn't do. And I was trying to say, God, how can I restore this? How can this teeth be fixed? And I showed few people, you know, that at the time. That time I don't even think I had photos, but I was like, oh my gosh, you know, and I was telling one of my close friends, like, you know what's happening with my teeth, blah, blah, blah. But the thing is as well, and I noticed that the main new thing that I started to do was to take the Visanne. So again, I'm like, and I know that I don't really drink milk anymore, stuff like that. The Visanne, I'm still trying to learn about the Visanne and you know, stuff like that. I know there are side effects of it, but you know, how much and whatever. So anyway, I don't know, a random series of searches led me to say, let me just start taking the calcium supplements. And by God's grace, my teeth was restored to what it was. I can't say 100% was the calcium supplement or that genuine prayer I prayed to God. Like, God, I wasn't a prayer, but like I sadly like sunk inside, like I didn't want to have to deal with that kind of thing, with losing my front teeth and everything. And I was just like, no, like inside prayer, you know, not like outside prayer. I hope I'm making sense. And so long story short, wow, this video is crazy. Long story short, today, so it gradually came back. I'm still taking it once a day. And some other people, I remember I saw another doctor that I know, not like I saw her outside, like because I know her, you know, like these doctors, I've been to so many doctors over the years, like, Yeah, so I was like hi to her and stuff, and I was like, oh doc, I'm not feeling much better. I'm feeling much better now. I'm now taking the Visanne. And she was like, oh, it has side effects, but the Visanne apparently affect different people different way, and there's a long list of side effects, but it depends on who it affects as well. So I'm always concerned of how long I'm gonna be on it, because apparently if you get off of it and then you start, bleeding again, whatever, then that is gonna be when you're gonna get back to emergency room kind of pain. So today when I asked him, I said to him, how long I'm gonna have to take it. He said, just continue taking it and you keep checking up, but within 2 years you're going to have to do the bone test. And of course I'm thinking, bone test, when your bone get thin, from nutrition class, osteoporosis is when the calcium gets leached from your bones, and then your bones become porous and thin and stuff like that. So I was like, God, and remember that all this time I can't say he didn't tell me, I don't remember, because sometimes too, when you're so sick and you're hearing so much information and you have to process it, this one is not working, this, it's sometimes, I guess, like, you can lose stuff along the way, and sometimes too, I forget to ask question. So obviously I need to ask question, and he was able to tell me. So it's like, so I'm like, God, imagine. So thank God I started taking the calcium. So I intend to continue to take the calcium. Not saying that you should or should not, because as I said, I don't eat some stuff that they say would be like giving you calcium and stuff like that on my diet. Obviously, maybe if you're having enough calcium from whatever sources and things like that, you would be fine. But I'm just giving you my experience, because I'm not a doctor, but I was trained in the sciences and I worked as a nutritionist before. I'm just gonna call it nutritionist for now. I'm in a hospital, and I kind of know a bit because I've read as well. And since I started experiencing my own issues, I learned to more research, even randomly Google stuff. So that's kind of where I get my information from. And sometimes too, it's completely different from you telling a patient something than when you are the man in the seat. You are on the other side of the table and you're not the one giving the advice, you're the one taking it. So yeah, so hopefully, thank God my teeth have been restored. So any day that God also decides to restore my womb and my body, I am sure that he will do it as well. And I believe that he miraculously restored my teeth, because he knows deep down that it was like, you see, the thing about God is God does not give you more than what you can bear. And I feel like that is what it is. So either way, it's like, I just credit God for helping me as well. And I thank God for the doctors as well that I always get, and the nurses. They're always very nice and very helpful. And if I ask and I need help, they're always willing to help. No matter where in the world I go to see them, then that is something. And so for the time being, I want a perfect healing. I want a perfect body. But God gives me doctors and nurses and Visanne and followers on social media, and people who encourage me and help me out in whatever way they can, and people who feel my pain. I can see some people feel my pain and they feel like, oh my gosh, like, imagine what you're going through. Oh, don't imagine, don't hope it on yourself. In fact, don't hope it on your worst enemy, So I have said a lot, and I can't remember if there's anything that I really wanted to tell you. But yeah, so now I'm just gonna have to just take medicine and manage the pain. And when it's there, now it's not there. But I've just been, because the pain, people with endometriosis might tell you that with the thing about endometriosis pain, which is why it causes fatigue, is that it is so exhausting. Like, even in the moments when you are not really feeling the pain, your body has fought so much battle. Imagine your organs are messed up, like sticky stuff is falling around, everything is not okay. Your body is fighting over time, trying to maybe fix it somehow. I don't know, I'm just explaining. I don't know, nobody told me, I'm just saying it right now. And I'm still a bit tired. I had big plans to come home and clean, because this house, between me just having so much to think about and to do, when time your house is dirty and you start noticing, or you start feeling uncomfortable, that it needs to be cleaned. Like, there's no going around the issue. So it's at that stage. Hopefully tomorrow, by God's grace, I'll get some strength to do it. Or being the night owl that I am, I might nap and then wake up in the middle of the night and do it. And yeah, so at least thank God today I am in not that much pain. And if it starts again, I'll just try to take one of my top dose painkillers, which usually I have, because yeah, hopefully it will be fine from now on. And I thank you guys for your prayers, and I've been getting so much prayers from so many people. And thank you for sharing this journey with me of faith, and knowing that God is able to love us past our pain. And like the Hebrew boys, it's always been my testimony since, one of my favorite scriptures since I was a kid, when they were gonna be thrown into the fire because they refused to worship the idol. You know, they said, even if God does not deliver me, I am not going to bow. And I hope and pray I get rid of endometriosis. I hope my life is improved, because this thing, sometimes it steals your productivity. It messes up your plans. It messes up maybe even your chance of having a family, all of these things. But even if God never heals me, I am never gonna stop shouting. I'm never gonna stop praising him. I'm never gonna stop telling you that you can't get better than God, right? You can't get better than God. And we're just human beings. We're just flesh and blood. So if we think we can understand the mind of God, then we are fooling ourselves. So now the only thing I can do is ask God for mercy. Like, God, remember me. Oh, Son of David, have mercy on me. And I will cry to him for mercy, and I will cry out to him for help each time I need it. No matter how often you get yourself into problems, don't get tired of crying out to God. Don't get tired of crying out to God. Don't get tired of asking him. Even when it seems like he's not hearing, you ask, you know, and you believe, and you keep the faith, and you keep trusting in him. And even if you have to crawl yourself to the altar, crawl yourself to the altar, even in the spiritual realm. So thank you so much for watching my video and for listening to me. And I can see that this video has embarrassed me with length, but yeah, I really wanted to share this, and I hope it helps someone. And for a lot of you, I know you watch to support my channel, but you might not have endometriosis. I don't know how boring it will be for you, but if you know someone with endometriosis, stage 4 frozen pelvis stage, it's not really a stage, but it just explains the state of how things are inside. And the stages of endometriosis also doesn't necessarily reflect the pain, but the pain that I feel at times is like, oh, okay, yeah. So we serve a good God, and he cannot be limited by our infirmities, you know. And he came and he died for our sins, and for whatever reason he's doing this, and I know he's listening to me. You know why I know he's listening to me? Because I have peace. Because even though I've lived in years and years of chronic pain, you're probably gonna be, every time I say, you will see me laughing even if the 1 hour after, and I'm in so much pain, and then in the moments when I get that relief and I'm not so in, you will see me laughing and dancing and just making a fool of myself. But yeah, anyway, I'm going. Bye. I don't have in my throat. It's dry. Oh. Yeah, bye. See you next time. I'm Blade and I'm cutting. Like, comment, subscribe to my channel. See you next time.